Hi, I'm Helen with Floating Yoga School. I am here on Maui. You might be able to see Kaho'olawe and Molokini behind me. It is a beautiful sunrise, and I'm starting my day with some yoga-inspired movement specifically designed for my core strength. So I'm going to get at pelvic floor, deep core muscles, glutes, kind of everything in the torso that supports my spine, holds everything in, and helps create that sense of stability and strength to start my day. This is a great little mini workout to do on its own or to pair with another yoga practice, another fitness practice, or whatever else you like to do to move your body. We're going to start lying down on your back. Take a moment here to arrive and to get comfortable in any way that feels good for you. For me, that's knees bent and knocked together. For you, that might be legs straight or another shape. Let your eyes close or soften. And just begin to notice your body on the earth, supported and held. Notice your breath. We'll use a little bit of yogic breath, and we'll also use a really full, strong exhale, kind of forceful exhale to engage core and pelvic floor. So some of the breaths might feel opposite what we're used to doing in a yoga practice. At least for me, they feel a little opposite. You can always modify as long as you're breathing and it feels good for you. That's cool. And maybe your breath can help. So start by taking deep breaths into your low belly. Really feel a sense of expansion. And as you exhale, draw your navel up and back, your pelvic floor up. A stronger exhale. Breathe in, fill up, relax completely. Breathe out, find that engagement. Think of ribs drawing toward each other, everything kind of pulling in and back. Hard to talk while I'm doing it. So you find your rhythm, your pace. We'll continue like that. Bring your feet on the earth, knees to the sky, feet parallel, knees right above your ankles. So for some of us, that means touching heels with fingertips. Depending on the length of your femurs, your arms, that may not be possible, but try to imagine your ankles below your knees. You might have to walk your feet forward or back. Continue to take those full, deep belly breaths in. And as you exhale, find a little pelvic tilt. Press your low back into the ground, draw your pelvic floor up. Inhale, release back to a neutral pelvis. Open up through your belly, your chest. Exhale, find that tilt and engagement. Continue like that. Just starting to warm things up, finding a little bit of connection, finding a little bit of heat, and a pretty small and subtle movement. We're going to add on from here. You can always stay at any step that feels good. As you next exhale, take that pelvic tilt and then lift your hips off the ground. Big breath in at the top, fill up. Exhale, roll through your spine, lower all the way down. Neutral at the bottom, big breath in. Exhale, find that engagement, pelvic tuck, and then lift your hips. Inhale here. And exhale, lower. Continue to breathe. Continue to move at a pace that feels good for you, using your breath and using that lift away from gravity to kind of find that pelvic floor engagement as well as your deep core engagement. Let's take two more. One more time. Really sit all down, hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side, give your low back a massage. Bring your knees right above your hips, calves on an imaginary tabletop, and arms straight up to the sky. Breathe here. Find that engagement of your low belly, navel up and back, especially as you exhale, almost like you're buckling a seatbelt across your low hips. And then find that pelvic floor lift. And you don't have to stay engaged the whole time, but especially as we're exhaling, see if you can find that. Left hand comes to your left thigh, really press in. Right arm and leg are going to extend. I like to inhale, extend. Exhale, draw everything back to neutral. Find the breath. If that works for you. Maybe the opposite makes more sense. And really press left hand and thigh together. So there's some engagement there. I'm already starting to shake. Notice the muscles that are working. Notice the heat being built. And notice any resistance in your body. If there's pain, your range of motion doesn't have to be as big. You can obviously always stop, readjust. Let's do 2 more on this side. I'm finding that my low back is starting to lift a lot off the ground. So re-engaging, and then right away to the other side. Press hand and thigh together. Opposite arm and leg extend. Exhale back to neutral. Sometimes a mouth breath out can help me really draw navel up and back. Other times it works through my nose. I just have to be a little conscious of it. Second side, I'm feeling really fast. Was already working the first time. Let's do 3 more, or whatever you need to take to feel even between your right and left sides without compromising the integrity of the movement, the integrity of your breath. 1 more. Knees to chest. Release your low back. Easy spinal twist. Let both knees fall to your right. Arms can be wide in a T or a cactus. Head might turn left. Breathe into your low back. Pass through center and take it to the other side. Come back to center. Hands behind your knees, rock and roll forward and back to a boat pose. I'm going to take a couple rocks and then adjust as you need, finding that balance on your sit bones, shins hover. Keep your chest lifted, your shoulder blades together, like there's a little string pulling your heart to the sky. Option 1, you stay. Option 2, hands come behind you and you start to tap your feet down. A little march. Option 3, you reach your arms wide or up. Find that little tap. Keep breathing wherever you are. For 3, 2, 1 more. Lots of shakes today. Find a butterfly cobbler's pose, knees wide. Lift your heart and then fold over your legs. I've got some fluffy minor birds visiting me. We're going to meet in a tabletop, hands and knees. Shoulders above your wrists, fingertips spread wide, hips right above your knees. 3 rounds of cow and cat. Inhale, lift your tailbone, drop your belly, send your heart forward, find a lot of space through the front of your body. Exhale, scoop round, press into the earth, chin to chest. Find that space through the back of your body. Twice more through, breathe in. Breathe it out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Back toward your neutral spine. Tuck your toes, hover your knees, a little bear pose or a little lifted tabletop. I was watching a video of myself doing this and I was way higher than I thought. So see if you can just hover your knees and breathe. Option to stay, option to drop knees down, or option to join me in a bear to a downward facing dog, hips to the sky. And then back to that bear. So it might be a shorter down dog than you're used to taking. I'm going to do the opposite breath of what I usually do in yoga. I'm going to exhale, kind of find that hover core strength. Inhale to downward facing dog. If you're moving and you want to add a layer, a little shoulder mobility, a little shoulder strength, as you lift your hips, you're going to drop your forearms like a dolphin. Mine don't go all the way down, but I'm working in that direction. And you can always widen your stance or lengthen your stance if that helps you into that dolphin shape. Let's do 2 more. And then a child's pose to rest. Really great shape, child's pose, to release pelvic floor, to breathe into your belly, to just let go. Walk your hands as far as you can right, let your hips lean a little bit left. And then walk your hands as far as you can left. Let your hips lean a little bit right. Back through center. We'll meet in a forward fold, however you'd like to arrive there. Ragdoll, hold opposite elbows, let your head and neck relax. Nod yes, breathe in. Shake no, breathe out. Soften your knees, tailbone heavy, roll through standing. Your head is the last thing to arrive. At the top, shrug your shoulders up, back and down. Couple times here. Weight into your left foot. We're going to sit into a chair with more weight in your left, so you might hover your right heel, hands to your heart. Find the strength in the back of your legs, through your core. Keep your chest nice and open. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, arms high, right knee comes with you. Exhale to warrior 3, send your foot back, your heart forward. Inhale back to your one-legged Tadasana. Exhale to chair, both heels come down. Lift your left heel, sit a little lower. We'll move like that. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale back to your one-legged Tadasana. And exhale into your low chair. My feet are about hip distance, if not wider. Lift your bottom heel, or your other heel, I should say. One-legged Tadasana. And just move back and forth with your breath, whatever arm variations you like. So you're playing with that shift in weight. A chair pose to turn on glutes, hamstrings, core. Using that core strength to lift your legs. Your hip flexor takes your knee up. Hamstrings and glutes, core muscles take you back to that warrior 3. Lots of deep stabilizers throughout. It's okay if it's wobbly. It's okay if it's messy. We're just training our body. Moving a little side to side, challenging your sense of balance. And activating all those stabilizer muscles. There's a lot that play together. Let's do one more each side. Sit in your chair, hold it there. Maybe a little bit more depth. Keep your chest really bright and open. Your core strong. Breathe for 3, 2, 1, and release, forward fold. Let your head and neck go. Nod yes, inhale. Shake no, exhale. Step your right foot back. Lower your right knee down. So we're going to inhale to a low supported lunge. Hips stay pretty forward. Exhale, send your hips back, hands to your heart. Maybe you flex your left toes and lean forward, depending on your hamstrings. We're going to move like that. Inhale, arms up, sink your hips. Exhale, hands to heart. Hips move back, bow with a flat back. Couple more times. Breathe in. Breathe out, a little stretch moment, but still challenging your balance. We're on one leg. It's totally cool if hands need to come to hips, to the ground, to blocks. And back toward that low lunge shape. Bring your hands down. Tuck your back foot behind you. So you're going to open up into like a supported warrior 2 shape. Knee down. Left knee is bent over your ankle. Arms go wide. We're going to play with a reverse warrior to beach ball arm side angle, working a little bit into obliques. Not as intense as if we're standing. So we've got that support, that groundedness, but maybe that lets us go a little bit further than we normally would. Finding a stretch and an engagement through the sides of your core. One more. And then in toward a side plank. Right hand comes down. Extend your left leg and left arm. Find lots of space through your side. You can stay. You can step your feet back so they're stacked or staggered. You can always drop your forearm down. We'll add movement here, left arm high. Exhale, dip toward the ground. You might tap the ground or give yourself a little hug. Inhale to lift. Twice more. Bring it back up. Replace your bottom knee. For me, that's right. Back to that warrior 2 shape. And then return hands to frame your front foot. Step back to a downward facing dog. Breathe here for a moment. Inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands. Step or hop top of your space. Lift halfway, lengthen. Fold, release. Rise up, reach up. Palms together in front of your heart. We do have a second side. Inhale, reach high. Forward fold again. Halfway lift. Hands down, left foot steps back, lower your left knee down. Keep your hips moving forward, but without dumping into your low back. So kind of keep a neutral, kind of forward-leaning pelvis versus a tilted pelvis, if that makes sense. Arms reach high, finding a stretch through your hip flexors. Exhale, hips back, hands to heart. Bow forward, maybe you peel your toes off the ground. And we'll all look a little bit different with this. So worry less about maybe the correct way it looks and more about if you're feeling a stretch as you lean forward in the front of your back leg and a stretch as you lean back in the back of your front leg. Talk about a brain teaser here. The whole time I'm thinking of drawing inner thighs toward each other, engaging through adductor, those centerline muscles. One more, I wasn't counting, so even out whatever feels about the right amount of time. Return forward, hands come down. We're gonna open up to the side. So I'm gonna give you my back, but that way you'll see it from a different perspective. Opening up into that warrior 2 with your right knee bent. Reverse warrior, up and back. Nice stretch into a beach ball arm side angle. Finding a little bit of oblique engagement. So we're getting at all core stability muscles from all directions. Front, sides, back. Deep internal ones. Maybe challenging that range of motion. Finding a little stretch. But moving in a way that still feels supported and grounded and connected. Into your side plank. Left hand comes down. Adjust your arms, your legs. Find the stretch. Stay here. or step it back into a full side plank Vashisthasana. You can hang or start to move. Inhale, hand high. Exhale, tap the ground or a little hug. Twice more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And again, inhale. And exhale. Re-extend. Lower your bottom knee. Come back to your warrior two shape. And then cartwheel your hands down. Make your way to downward facing dog. Feet come a little bit wider. We're going to tap opposite ankles in downward facing dog. So right hand to your left ankle. It's okay if you don't reach quite there. For me, I feel a little bit of stretch on one side. One side seems to be tighter. Just starting to shift weight a little bit. Playing again with your balance. Again with your stability. And the strength through your torso. All the way up to your shoulders. Hold this next one. Find a little twist. Stay in it. Switch sides. Step or hop to a Malasana squat. Hands to your heart. Begin to squeeze inner thighs, lift up out of this so you're not as low. I should say lift a little out of this, not all the way. And try to turn on every single muscle that's supporting pelvic floor. A sense of drawing upward, inward, with your thighs, your glutes, your low belly. Forward fold, hands down, hips high. Hold opposite elbows, relax head and neck, nod yes, breathe in. Shake no, breathe out. Sway gently side to side. We'll step back, high plank upper push-up. And then lower to your belly, all the way down. Stack your hands, elbows wide, rest your forehead. Rest the tops of your feet. Just breathe here into the back line of your body. And extend your arms out in front. Lift your hands and feet. Flutter kick hands and feet. If it doesn't feel good to lift both, just your hands or just your feet. Keep your neck long. You might need to tuck your chin toward your chest. And try to lift your belly button off the ground. Breathe here. For 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Rest your head. Wiggle your hips. We're going to take one more little back bend like that. This time locust pose. Shalabhasana. Hands by your sides, palms flat, or hands interlaced at your low back. Lift your hands to lift your chest, neck long, and then lift your feet. For me, it feels way better on my low back to have my feet wide. I used to always practice together. Some way along the line, I got old. My back didn't like it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And release it down. Hands can be by your sides, head to one side, or again, stack your hands, rest your head. This time, bend your knees, windshield wiper your feet right and left. And take it to a child's pose with knees together. A little balasana shape in a little ball. And then gently lift yourself up. We'll take a moment to pause. That could be on your back. That could be in a seat, as I'm going to do. That could be any last stretches, if there's other movements that feel good. For me, just waking everything up, connecting, breathing, moving mindfully with a little bit of a challenge helps me to feel better connected to all my deep core muscles through the rest of the day. So eyes closed or soft. Maybe even one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And just slow down and notice. And then bring your palms together. If you're on your back, you can stay. You can find a stretch. Make your way up to a seat. Take a moment to thank yourself for making the time to move, to breathe, to be present. We'll bow our heads together in silence. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If you have any requests or questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, helen@floatingyogaschool.com, or leave some comments below. And as always, please like, subscribe, and share. The more I can grow the channel, the more yoga I can offer, and the more chance it is to connect and for all of us to feel a little bit better in our bodies every day. Have a good one.